Yes, sir.
So this is a bit of presentation about the cave, when the cave came, the video last roughly about 8 or 9 minutes. After the video finishes, we head beyond the street, exit door to collect our helmets. With the helmets again, they're all adjustable but they black not happy back. So right to 30, left middle seats. So you should be able to helmet. If that being said, ready for the video?
Yeah.
Only one person here?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Welcome to Harrison's Cave. In just a few minutes, you will be witnessing one of nature's most beautiful works of art. But first, let's go way back in time and see just how beautiful Barbados was born and how the miracle of caves came about. Evolved as a result of volcanic activity. All that is, except one. The one that stands alone to the east of all the islands is our island, Barbados. Barbados is a very young island, being a mere 60,000 years since it took on the shape it is today. Its formation is also utterly unique. But in order to understand just how ancestral Barbados came about, we must go back in time a long, long way. It is well documented that 200 million years ago, there was but one landmass on planet Earth which modern geologists named Pangaea. About 180 million years ago, Pangaea started to fragment, and separate plates, as they're called, drifted away to form the continents. In the main, if two plates met head-on, they crumbled and were pushed upward. Many of the world's great mountain ranges were formed in such a way. In the case of the two plates we're looking at, the Atlantic plate folded under the Caribbean plate, and there, 15 million years ago, 4 kilometers beneath the surface of the ocean, the stage was set for the formation of Barbados. The trough that formed as a result of this folding action began to fill with sediments, washed up from the South American continent. Along with these sediments, the tropically warm ocean teemed with billions upon billions of microorganisms that had shells of hard silica and carbonate. As the organisms' short life cycle ended, the skeletons of these tiny plankton were continually added to the so-called South American sediments. From time to time, the flow of these sediments slowed, and the layer of plankton skeletons would increase. Now, we fast forward to about 15 to 10 million years ago. The silica and carbonates of the plankton skeletons have now hardened into masses of solid rock we know as chalk, and less commonly, radiolite. two colliding plates had moved so much that the ocean floor itself began to bubble upwards, carrying the ridge of oceanic sediments closer and closer to the surface. This entire ridge emerged, and even today stretches from Puerto Rico in the north to Trinidad in the south. Finally, between 1 and 2 million years ago, a mere blink of an eye in geological terms, the seabed broke the surface at latitude 13 degrees north and 59 degrees west, and ancestral Barbados was born. It was, in fact, the area known today as the Scotland District. Before 800,000 years ago, coral reefs could not grow in the sea around ancestral Barbados. The conditions were not right. They needed clear, nutrient-rich water, which did not exist at the time. But then, over a period of about 200,000 years, conditions for reef formation became ideal. Prolific coral growth took place in the relatively shallow waters that surrounded ancestral Barbados. At around 500,000 years ago, a massive tectonic push lifted the entire island along with the submerged coral reef terrace. The result was that this terrace was now entirely above sea level and became the first and upper coral terrace. Another outcome of this tectonic uplift was that an abundance of fresh coral growth began in the new shallow waters created around west and south coasts. At about the same time, erosion started to take place on the east coast, exposing the intriguing folds of the oceanic sediments that remain to this day. The sheer rock face of Hamilton's Cliff was also formed during this period. Further geological developments were that heavy tropical rains started to carve gullies and erode subterranean caves. The final period of the evolving Barbados was from about 120,000 years ago, with two more significant tectonic pushes taking place. The latter, a mere 60,000 years back in time. These major pushes resulted in the middle and a lower coral terrace rising above sea level as heavy rainfall continued to erode existing gullies and enlarge older caves. The same processes that created Harrison's Cave are evident in the sculpted formations found in Welshman Hall and Jack-in-the-Box gullies. Both of these beautiful gullies are very close to Harrison's Cave. The existence of the cave we call Harrison's had almost certainly been known by the Amerindian Indians, the island's early inhabitants. But it seems that one Richard Lyland, as far back as 1647, could have been the first European to know of the cave. Certainly, it was documented that a Dr. Pinkard and party in 1796 truly put the cave on the map. The cave was later named after Thomas Harrison, who owned the land in the area at the time. However, many years would have passed until Barbadian Tony Mason, who already had detailed knowledge of the cave, teamed up with Danish speleologist Ole Sorensen, and together they rediscovered the cave in 1970, generating great interest in this natural wonder. In 1974, the Barbados National Trust commissioned Sorensen to conduct a full survey in order to develop the cave as a local and tourist attraction. The cave was subsequently opened to the public in 1981. The original natural entrance that Sorensen used is still navigable and is now the focus of a unique wild caving tour for small groups. Over the past few years, the Harrison's Cave experience has been altered dramatically, with many innovative and exciting changes being made. There is no mystery as to how the beautiful karst formations you're about to see came about. Calcium-saturated water dripping from the roof slowly deposits minerals in the form of a stalactite. The drip then goes through the same process when it hits the floor of the cave. process is immensely slow, but then nature was never one to be hurried. Perhaps the real mystery is how nature always manages to create natural wonders, far more beautiful than man could ever dream of. We hope that you will agree. Please enjoy the tour.
Alright, hold on guys, let me break the legs. Oh, that bit of it, feels good? Feels nice? Watch it again. Alright, let's go to the exit door. Collect our elements. You have to take off it. Yes.
Alright, you turn it now. To right, tighten, and left to loosen. Right, tighten.
We're gonna have to squeeze in. What is it? We're gonna have to squeeze in. It's okay. Thank you. Yeah. All ready for the tour of Heritage Cave.
Where is mine?
Hello and good afternoon. Good afternoon. Listen, we're versus Cave. This is an exciting place and a fun place, right? So I need some energy. We had a good lunch? Yeah. Only the French is speaking to me. Where did they back? Where did they all? Did they all get it? Okay, good. Listen, our flight driver's ready. So reach down to the right hand side and fasten your seatbelts. Now let's go. Alright, since there is no seatbelts on the tram, I would like that remain seated while the tram is in motion, alright? persons have a tendency to stand and take photos, but my driver do not have eyes on the back of his head. So if you stand and take a photo and then you fall, we do not pay money out, we only take money. So then I'll have to store you somewhere within the cave, never to be seen again. And if it appear, obviously I have to toss both. I can't get rid of one and not the next because someone might live to tell the tale. Also, most importantly, there should be no touching of any of the walls or formations. This will land you a $50,000 US fine. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Is that clear?
Yes.
Alright, so we'll now begin our descent. We'll be going down to 160 feet below the surface, and we'll be utilizing a man-made tunnel to do this. This is called the Boyce Tunnel, excavated in the 1970s by Mr. Newell Boyce, a local Barbadian who was also from the area of Baltimore Hall. He was the only man with the kahunas big enough to sit on board a 955 Kia Caterpillar and excavate this tunnel after many declined because of this coral limestone. They deemed it to be a very soft rock and felt that it might collapse. They weren't wrong, but that did not deter Newell from giving you all this experience here this afternoon. You're not allowed to touch anything, but you are allowed to take as many pictures and videos as you wish. So ladies and gentlemen, get your cameras out, switch those cameras on as we prepare to make our first stop on tour. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Great Hall. The Great Hall is one of the largest caverns within Horseson's Cave, standing at 100 feet in height and 150 feet in width. We all watched that video. That was about 10 minutes long. We all watched the video? Yeah. Did we learn anything?
Yeah.
Wait, we didn't learn anything in that video? Yeah? Who said yes? Raise your hand. Oh, see? Okay, sir, with the hand raised, what is the name of these formations here?
Stalactites.
Stalactites, he said. Is he right? Is he right? Huh? Stalagmites? Is she right or is he right?
We're both right.
We have two different, they both are right. Not quite. The ones coming from the ceiling are called stalactites, and the ones from the flooring are called stalagmites. These two formations will merge together to form a column or pillar. By now, can each and every one of you feel little tiny droplets of water on the skin? Alright, we get a big yes there. That water is coming directly from the fountain of youth. So we will leave the cave at least 10 years younger this afternoon. So just embrace those droplets. Pardon? She's about 75 years old, but she be working here well, getting all that water, so she only looks 35. Here on the right, we have an open cave window. The water would have spent 4 to 6 weeks, penetrating its way through the limestone from the surface, and by the time it reached here, it's 85 to 95% naturally filtered, drinkable rainwater. We've tested this water. The results were a pH balance of around 7.5, meaning that water is on the more alkaline side. Would you all drink that water?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, good. Because that water is also used to manufacture the number one rum in the entire world. Here in Barbados, we manufacture the Mount Gay rum, and it's currently the number one rum in the world, and there's no other close. So the top 3 rums in the world are Mount Gay, and Mount Gay. Yeah, in British you got Mount Gay Eclipse, you got Mount Gay Exo, you got the double barrel, so no one is close yet. And thanks to that water and this natural filtration system is why we stand so strong. So once we leave the cave this afternoon, just head straight down to the bar and grill and indulge in at least three glasses of rum. Anything on the tree or on the drinking. All right, here on your left hand side. As we look at these formations, do we see any strange or unique looking shapes? What are these shapes? Huh? What? All right, she said a penis. Anyone agree?
Yes.
What? Penis? That sounds like.
Well, I see people. I don't see a penis, but I see people.
Sick lavishly.
So this is Cody Village. It's said to resemble a group of people are not in the community enjoying freedom for the past 7,000 years. And the freedom is flowing directly from the Welsh Mahogany. The Welsh Mahogany is one of the two nearby gullies that are really close to our skin. And both of these gullies have water streams running throughout the cave. These water streams were really important. And the water streams were used as the map for the guides for early explorers to follow. Here we have a face within the cave. We have two involved here. It's smiling at the bottom. So these are tears of joy and not tears of sorrow. This is now the cave officially welcoming each and every one of you in. All right, we are currently 80 feet below the surface. We're making our way into a very special room. This room is where we will host weddings, birthday parties, birthday events, any celebration you all wish to host down in this cave, we will accommodate you. It's probably a very hefty cost, but who cares? You're already rich. This is called the visitor room because of these beautiful formations on your right hand side, or the rotunda room because of this 50-foot high naturally formed dome-shaped ceiling. So after celebration, you're in the sound like that. And it's really, really amazing watching it flow. But since none of you put any event today, I will now allow each and every one of you to this important trial to walk around and take some photos. Just remember, no touching of any of the formation.
Fantastic.